sacrificed yourself for me? I love you.
An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart.
Love will thaw. Love. Of course. Elsa? Love.
Wait, what? That's it? Love is the answer, and poof, Elsa overcomes a lifetime of self-doubt and fear and gains instant control over her massive power. What, did she not love Anna before that or something? Or did she not love Arendelle? Is that why it was frozen over? What kind of ending is this? That can't be all there is. Bonjour, and welcome to Film Tidbits, where we serve up scrumptious theories and choice morsels of film analysis for your tasting pleasure. I am honored to be serving as your head chef, and today, my fine diners, you'd better bundle up as I am dishing out an ice-cold critique. It's not quite a holiday movie per se, but something would feel amiss if I didn't watch Frozen at least once every winter season, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. This Disney film became an instant classic, laying claim to a 6-year run as the highest-grossing animated film of all time. Children and adults everywhere spent 2013 hugging Olaf plushies and belting out Let It Go, which, by the way, won that year's Academy Award for Best Original Song. Oh, not to mention that Frozen took home Best Animated Picture. Yes, Frozen is one of the greats as far as Disney movies go. But it could have been so much better. With one simple change, the movie could have come together in a whole new way that completed Elsa's character arc and gave the film a deeper meaning. Tuck those napkins into your collars, my fine fellows, and let's dig in. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what's wrong with the current ending? Everyone gets their own happily ever after. Arendelle gets saved from the eternal winter. Olaf gets to experience summer with his own personal flurry. Kristoff gets a new sleigh and a new girlfriend. And Anna leaves behind her lonely upbringing as she finds a partner in Kristoff and rekindles her relationship with her sister. But what about Elsa? After years of isolation, haunted by guilt and living in fear of her powers, she gets...
Love will thaw. Love. Of course. Elsa? Love.
Some crummy love is the answer cliché? Is that really enough to resolve everything that's happened, to give closure to her lifetime of struggle? And let me ask this. How exactly does Elsa lift the storm at the end? Because just a couple of scenes ago, Elsa was so agonized over not knowing how to reverse the storm that she completely lost control, to the point of striking ice into her sister's heart. And now, after simply hearing a single ambiguous line about love, she's able to instantly unfreeze the entire kingdom? Something doesn't taste right here. Elsa is one of the main protagonists of the film. Only an ending that completes Elsa's character arc can be truly satisfactory. Surely she deserves more than this. So let's see what we can cook up. First, what is Elsa's character arc in Frozen? The film actually does an excellent job at telling her backstory and developing the complex relationship she has with her powers. Born with those icy abilities, Elsa at first enjoys her powers. Her gift for building snowmen at whim brings endless fun to her and Anna as children. But when Elsa accidentally strikes Anna's head with ice, Her powers become a source of fear and uncertainty for her. Consumed with guilt for having hurt Anna and burdened by the danger her powers potentially pose, Elsa spends the rest of her youth desperately trying to suppress her abilities, to conceal, don't feel, don't let it show.
Conceal it.
Don't feel it.
Don't let it show.
But of course, repression is never the answer. As her powers naturally strengthen with age, Elsa's anxiety becomes more and more acute, and she isolates herself from the world and her loved ones as she fears hurting them again.
Down.
No, don't touch me. Please. I don't want to hurt you.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a minute. If we fast forward to her adulthood, isn't Elsa's childhood trauma character arc closed by that iconic scene of Epiphany, the Let It Go sequence?
And the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all.
Here, we see Elsa finally let go of her fear for a moment. And for a moment, her powers just blossom. Yes, we see that when she doesn't have that fear and guilt holding her back, Elsa has fantastic control over her powers and is able to instantly create something as intricately detailed as an entire ice palace in a heartbeat. But for a moment only. The critical thing to note here is that Elsa is not experiencing true freedom, but merely the brief respite of escapism. It's no wonder that the storm rages on in Arendelle. Elsa hasn't faced her problems, but only run away from them temporarily. Think about her life up to that point. Living in fear of herself, not knowing the extent of her dangerous powers and being unable to control them, weighed by the harm she's done in the past, facing all of that alone. Those many years of trauma cannot be resolved so easily for Elsa. That's why, as soon as Anna comes around bearing bad news, Elsa quickly spirals, and in her panic, her control over her powers becomes completely destabilized.
I can't control the curse.
So, by the end of the movie, Elsa has descended right back into living in a state of constant fear. There's been no lasting change. In fact, she's probably even more traumatized after coming a hair's breadth away from doing her dear sister in. In order to gain enduring control over her powers, what Elsa needs is emotional stability. She needs to overcome the crippling fear and self-doubt that makes her magic volatile. An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart. What's this got to do with Elsa? The whole love theme was Anna's arc. From the beginning, she pined for true love, and in the end, she saved herself with her own act of true love for Elsa. That resolved the Anna love arc. But Elsa's character development was always about fear. Why did the writers decide to transpose Anna's true love theme onto Elsa's character arc at the very last minute? Elsa's arc never had anything to do with true love. These are two different themes, two different arcs, which need two different resolutions. What if I could propose an alternate ending that closed Elsa's character arc, that touched on those themes of fear and guilt, all while adding only a few extra minutes to the movie? Here's how to fix Frozen's ending.
Anna? Oh, Elsa. You sacrificed yourself for me? I love you.
An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart.
Love will thaw.
But how can you love me? I hurt you. I rejected you. I nearly killed you. I froze the entire kingdom. I'm a monster. You should fear me. Elsa, no. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not afraid. And you shouldn't be either. I saw what you were capable of on the mountaintop. It was beautiful. Don't you see? You don't need to control your magic. You need to control your fear. Control my fear. The fear that once controlled me. Let it go. I know. Even this ending barely scratches the icy surface of Elsa's years of pain and repression. But time is money, and I didn't want to propose an entire new sequence for an animated film. Still, I think it's a start. What do you think? Can you do even better? I want to hear your alternate ending proposals in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, we do accept tips in the form of a like and subscribes, so be sure to smash those buttons before you go. My sincerest thanks to all of you for joining me for dinner tonight. It has certainly been my pleasure to share this meal with you all. This is your head chef signing off, and I wish you all a pleasant evening.